Hi, this is Jamie Lee, independent distributor with GelMoment Nail Polish. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create this cool Seascape French manicure. I've done it here on my nails, and I'm going to be showing you today on some nail sticks. So to get started, what I've done is prepare my nail sticks with 2 coats of Lovee Dovee and a coat of Matter Effect. My own nails, I did end up just buffing it with the gray side of the nail, but you can do it either way. We're going to be using Lovee Dovee, Midnight Walk, and Dove Right In as our colors for today's Seascape. So to get started, after you've prepped your nail with your base coats, you are going to take a thin brush. This is just a GelMoment brush that I have actually trimmed a little bit to make it a little bit thinner. And I'm going to dip it right into the Midnight Walk. And I'm going to just swipe a few little lines across the area of the nail that I want to have the French tip. Okay, I don't want to cover the whole thing. I actually want to leave it a little swirly looking. And then without cleaning my brush, I'm going to dip right into the Dove Right In and fill in some areas where I have left the Lovee Dovee peeking through. I don't want to cover up all of the Midnight Walk. I want to make it a little bit swirly looking. So I'm just dabbing it in different spots, trying to cover up all of the areas so that the tip is covered. Okay, and then I'm going to dip right into some Lovee Dovee and add that into a few final spots, just to kind of show that there might be some white caps on the water. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to swirl through the white a little bit in a few spots, pulling these colors together but not totally mixing them, just so that it looks like there's a little bit of movement in these watery colors. That looks pretty. Okay, and when I like the way that it looks, and I think there's enough of the Lovee Dovee in there, just showing that the water's kind of swirly, maybe churned up a little bit. Put a little bit here on this left-hand side. Okay, I can do a few little bit of a dotting motion here up at the left-hand side, just to give it a wavy appearance. And when I'm happy with the way it looks, I'm going to cure my GelMoment LED lamp for 45 seconds. I'm going to start on the next nail while that one's curing. And I'm going to go back in and start with the Midnight Walk again. This one I'm going to put a wave on. I'm going to do the same technique where I'm going to start with the Midnight Walk and add a few swipes of that to the tip of the nail. But this time I'm going to bring some of it up on the, let's say, the left-hand side of this nail. And I'm going to go up at an angle. And this is like the back of a wave starting here. Okay, just a few little lines heading up in this direction, as if the wave is starting to rise on the left-hand side. Okay, then I'm going to go in with the Dove Right In. Not too much on there, little dabs at a time. You can see I'm trying to place the lighter Dove Right In around where I have the Midnight Walk, so I don't cover it all up. I want to get all the way to the edge there. And I might need to pick up a little bit of the darker color. And then I just swipe my nail, I swipe my brush through the polish on the nail. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the Lovee Dovee and put that in a few little spots. If I find it gets too light, I can pick up more Midnight Walk. If I find it gets too dark, I can pick up more Lovee Dovee. And I'm going to pick up the Dove Right In now and go in on this wave part up here. And I'm going to use this color to start curling the wave around a little bit. See how I'm just placing it on the right-hand side of the wave. Okay, this is the water that's kind of peeking over the edge now. of the wave. So it's just a little curve. It kind of looks like a C shape, the darker color heading up the back. And now I'm going to just pick up a little bit of the Lovee Dovee, and I'm going to touch the tip of the wave. And that's just the part where the white water is kind of breaking. I touch it around here, and then I pull a little bit of it back, and maybe a few little swipes of it in that dark blue. And then I'm going to add a few little dots, just tapping my brush kind of where the water might be spritzing, and kind of adding those little tiny dots, because you know, when you're at the beach and the water waves are crashing, you often kind of get hit with a little bit of spray. Okay, so once I get it the way I like it, I'm gonna add a little bit more of that midnight walk in under here so you can see that spray going on. And it's okay if your line is a little shaky, because the waves would not be perfectly smooth. When you get it the way you like it, you go ahead and cure in your GelMoment LED lamp for 45 seconds. All right, I kind of like the way that looks, so I'm going to cure that one and pull out the other nail. Let's take a look at it. See if there's anywhere where I might like to pick up just a little Lovee Dovee and just make a few little dotting details, just to make it look like there's maybe a few small white caps on the water. Something like that, not too much. And then I'm going to cure that nail again, just to set that final little bit of polish I put on there. We'll check our other nail. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go back in, pick up a little Lovee Dovee, and I'm just going to define the white cap part of the wave. I'm going to touch a little more Lovee Dovee so that it doesn't blend in as much. Just to the very edge of the wave, I bring it over a little bit in front of it, and kind of play around with this. See if I need to add any more of the lighter blue or the darker blue underneath the white cap here. Just little tiny dotting motions, not too much detail here. It's just giving us the idea that it's a sea, kind of like a stormy sea. And little dots of the dove right in on top of the Lovee Dovee kind of gives us that spray. Okay, so after you cure for 45 seconds, you will be all set with a beautiful manicure. You can do this on one nail as an accent nail. You could do it on all of them like I did here on mine. Actually, I have both hands done. If you can see that, I'll zoom out a little bit. Oops. So I have both hands done with a couple different waves. And here's the final look. You see that? Again, this is Jamie Lee, independent distributor for GelMoment Nail Polish. I hope you had a great time learning how to do an easy Seascape French manicure. Have a great day.